written in times when the faithful of God are in some kind of bad way. And they need to be reminded of God's love, of where the power is, and they need to be given strength to move on. So, what was the bad thing happening at the time of the writing of Revelation? Who is the emperor? Nero. Probably the worst emperor in a whole host of bad emperors. He was paranoid. He was greedy. He was sadistic. You name a bad word, and he was the epitome of it. And he took great pleasure in rounding up Christians and taking out all of his paranoia on them. And so I had a professor who said the best way to understand Revelation is go in your basement in a thunderstorm by a candlelight and read it, imagining that there are soldiers marching around your house. Because that's the time they were writing. Christians are in hiding, they're in the catacombs, and these are words written in code to people who would have understood the code. It's to give them strength to go on, not to give up. So let's take a look at what that means to us today. Because we're looking at, last week we talked about the new heaven and the new earth. And into that comes the new Jerusalem. Now for the people of God, for the Israelites, Jerusalem became the center point of religion. It became the point where the temple was, where they believed they needed to go to be close to God, where the priests and the working in the temple kept the laws and made sure everybody else kept the laws. And so there is now a new Jerusalem, a new city of God. And that is the church. That is how the ancients would have understood this new Jerusalem. And notice that there's no temple, there's no light in the new Jerusalem. And that's important because if you've been to Jerusalem, even today, you cannot miss the Temple Mount. Today, it's because the Dome of the Rock is there, and there's this big gold dome that shines.